Friends of Harmony, thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. This is just a celebration. This is a liberation. I just wanted to make sure that everybody knew that the devil has been slayed and sent back into another way, and that nobody owns your, nobody has a right to violate you, particularly spiritually, particularly physically, and that there are really, you know, there's like actually legal action that you can take if you have experienced. And this is something, there's going to be a reckoning. I keep getting this message about a reckoning that is coming into the spiritual community, that has to do with the way that some members of the spiritual community have been violated. So, yeah, I've had a really amazing day. Like, I'm really grateful today. And I just want to thank everyone that has been a guiding light, and all of those that have helped made the revolution happen. You know, like we have really collectively, the consciousness of humanity has changed. And it's made me think a lot about this this study, this scientific study that took place on an island off Japan, I believe. And it was basically, there was this larger population of monkeys, and there was this smaller group of monkeys within the larger population who had somehow shifted their consciousness and worked out how to crack open fruit with a rock. And just say there was like, I don't know, 900 monkeys on these scientists were like so fascinated that some of the monkeys knew how to get the fruit and most of them didn't. And so there, they actually like lived, like they moved onto the island, they lived on the island, they like obsessively studied this smaller group of monkeys who knew how to, shifting that energy, thank you, who knew how to get this fruit. So it's coming through today as for the collective that is talking about you accessing your supreme gifts, is what I'm hearing. You accessing your higher power, you becoming the fullest, most honest, authentic, beautiful version of yourself. And this is, you know, because we are, a lot of us are spiritual guides ourselves. Some of you are even spiritual guides reincarnated. So it means that as we become the most honest, radically honest leaders, spiritual leaders that we can, that's going to have this flow-on effect that's going to change the entire earth, is what I'm hearing, the entire world, and is basically going to save humanity, is what I've been channeling. So yeah, I've been swimming by the river, I've been sunbaking, I've been earthing. If you're seeing this video, it's probably a sign that you should be earthing into the earth. Don't forget, of course, to look up into the sky and thank the Creator. Yeah, so they were counting these monkeys, and they got quite obsessed with it, is what I can understand. And I read about this a long time ago. And basically every day they were counting how many monkeys could open this fruit, right? So they were like taking the fruit, and which was in a hard shell of some sort, so maybe it was more like, I don't know, a seed or a nut, and they were placing it and then cracking it open. So for you, it's actually you becoming even more magic, you becoming even more powerful, you becoming the ultimate version of yourself, which is a supreme spiritual being. As we are all magic and we are all telepathic. And it got to a point where I think they were like, to just say, I think before like 60 of the monkeys knew how to crack open and get the deliciousness inside of this precious resource that was falling off the trees. Everything you need is growing on the tree. So you have to excuse, I've been doing lots of vocal work as well. You might be drawn to do the same. And then they were counting, and what was happening is that some monkeys were showing the other monkeys and helping the other monkeys awaken, and their consciousness was awakening This might be happening for you in your job, in your workplace, in your home. It might be happening for you personally, spiritually, in specific relationships, in a craft that you do. A lot of you are creatives, and that's really important because creatives have always been known to be free thinkers. You know, if you're watching this, you are a free thinker. You are somebody who can imagine new worlds. You are somebody who can create new worlds. You are somebody who has actually literally created a revolution within the consciousness of the humankind, of humanity, of the entire energy field of this earth. You have actively, is what I'm channeling, created a revolution that is going to save Mother Earth, that is going to save humanity, and is going to liberate so many souls from horrific violations of their sovereignty, of their spirituality, of their astral space. I'm seeing little computer screens in my mind. And this particularly has a lot to do with the violation of the female form of the human bodies, and of the dehumanizing that a lot of like sad, creepy, angry people can. This is like a yucky energy that I'm not bother talking about. I'm just going to go back to this scientific study, this weird scientific study that happened, and they were counting, and they thought that there was something like very freaky and weird about this smaller group of monkeys that knew how to crack open the nut and get the precious magic that was inside. And then they just, as they were counting every day and studying them, almost weirdly close, like almost creepily close, studying them. You know, for some of you, this might be a cult. I just heard online cult. I just heard tech company. That might mean something different for all of you. Yeah, and I just heard bonsai as well. I don't know, that could mean something different for you. I also heard try hard, creep, stalker, and please, like, trigger warning if it's triggering for any of you. Jaded X is what I also heard, and somebody who has refused to let go of your energy and become obsessive over you over like years, like a long period of time. This definitely feels like a man. I'm seeing like a white man with like greasy hair and like, I don't know, I'm sensing like addiction issues, and I'm sensing somebody who is very violent. Yeah. And that could mean something different for each of you, obviously. But then one day they realized that the small group of monkeys that knew how to crack open the nut and work with her and work with their magic skills and work as a community, work as a collective. And I just heard family as well, so that could resonate for you in different ways. And they actually got to this point where one day there was like 80 monkeys who could crack open the nut, and then basically it got to the point of being 99, and on the whole island there was something like 900, or maybe it was more like 1,200 monkeys. And then basically what happened is, once it hit that 100th monkey, once this teaching, this sharing of this magic had gone through up to the point of 100 monkeys, it had some kind of magic thing happened. And by the end of the next 3 days, all of the monkeys on the entire island knew how to access this, their higher consciousness. Okay, this is obviously a metaphor. Take it however you like, because I'm just a channel over here, just channeling magic. And there's so many different people that, you know, you all have your own path, you have your own ascension journey, you have your own gifts, you have your own magic. But this has been, I'm hearing, like a dark entity that has been attached to the spiritual community for a very long time, but specifically obsessing around a divine feminine being, and then they got about all the other beings around that smaller group, who were brought together by them all having a higher consciousness than the rest of the monkeys on the island. And Yeah, so I just think that's so cool. And I feel like that's a metaphor of what has just happened in this eclipse season, is that something happened where like the 99th monkey showed the 100th monkey how to crack open, how to do this magic, how to raise their vibration, shift in consciousness, change and create basically a new resource for the entire community, the entire collective, the entire spiritual community. But this could also be your family, this could be your workplace, this could be anything for you. Take it how it resonates. And I'll take this moment to thank everyone that has been part of this journey. And I say I have so much gratitude. And then, yeah, and then that changed so that by the next week, it was like the entire island had a new and the scientists were baffled. The scientists wrote books about it. It became this philosophy. It became something that changed the scientific world. Whatever that means, I guess, as well as the environment itself. And so that has just happened. Also, I slayed the devil, and I'm feeling pretty good about it because I'm here to do some really important work with you all, with the collective, with my spirit guides, with my angels, the true ones of the truest, highest, most glorious light. And I also know that my spirit guides have told me, and I've sensed for a long time, that like once this shift happened, this monkey shift happened, and you can research that if you like, you can look into that, that there would be a change and in my life. And so I'm going to take a little break from this space of YouTube. And now that this 100th monkey has happened, now that this collective, like this wall has broken, and this chain, I keep seeing this giant chain that's really connected to like slavery of the mind, of the soul, of the spirit, and violations of humanity is what I'm hearing. And if that's happened to you, just know that there are some really real life things, like you can take legal action, you can expose them, you can do spiritual work to protect yourself. You can, you're very powerful. If you're seeing this message, you are very magic, you are very powerful, and you can be slaying and praying, all right? Praying and slaying. And you can absolutely, like, you can take on anything. You can do more than you ever imagined. And now that this has happened and the collective have awoken into something even bigger, even greater, into their fullest supreme consciousness, and we're teaching each other how to do that. We're sharing it with each other. Yeah, and it's so funny that these scientists, these stupid humans, I mean, bless, I say that with respect, they were so confused and baffled by the fact that when they started the study, only a small group that they were treating like freaks almost could do this thing, this magic thing. They were just so baffled by and shocked that the community basically shared that magic and shared that knowledge, and that everyone, excuse me for a second, rebuke it, just rebuke it, just rebuke it. Sorry, give me a minute. So they were like really baffled by it, and I think that says a lot about science and about people that are stuck in the mind but don't actually access their consciousness, that don't actually access the higher realms of consciousness, because that is about community. It is about sharing magic. It is about radical honesty. It is about going here. This is this light that I want to share with you, and I see the light in you. And this is part of what I feel is a big part of my calling, is to see it in people, but also leave space, give space, open portals, break down walls, cleanse bloodlines, heal trauma, shift the consciousness with all of you. I could not do that without each and every one of you in whatever ways, even those who thought that you were doing something else, even those who were threatened by me, and this could resonate for you in different ways. You have all, in your own ways, made this revolution happen. And I really want you to just like hold that within your heart space and allow that to sink in, and know that New Earth is here. New Earth has arrived. And I feel so lucky and blessed and proud and it's just a really magic time to be alive, because we are at a shifting in consciousness that is going to save my life, that is going to change everything, and that is going to change you, for some of you even save you. And it's got a lot to do with coming back to the land, coming back to Gaia, coming back to the old ways. And I don't mean old ways in terms of being like closed-minded. I mean like knowing the stars, knowing how to work with the river, knowing what plants to use to heal yourself. That we don't need to be eating and drinking and buying plastic, that we actually have everything we need growing on the trees. We have everything that we need within inside, and that we are the spark of consciousness that has just saved the earth and saved humanity. Shout outs to all my starseeds, to all my healers, to all my spiritual warriors, to all of the ones who have bravely confronted the shadow in order to move towards the light. And if you haven't done that and you're watching this right now, then you're about to. Because there is a reckoning coming, because that chain is broken from these ancient slave owner energies. That chain has been broken. It's like, yeah, I'm seeing like this screen just like shift across, and there'd be like a big cross, like a no-go zone. And if you have been spiritually attacked in your astral space, if you have been violated in any way, just know that you have a right to stand up for yourself, and that you have a right to actually get compensated. You have an absolute right to also sue the fuck out of anybody that has harmed you. You can take legal action, you can expose them, you can also do something creative, like write a book about it, make a song about it. You can also choose just to not engage with that and leave that energy, and know that the divine will compensate you anyways, because you are of the light. And this other energy is like a darkness that is going to fall deeper and deeper into the depths of, I just heard hell. Take it how it resonates. And I don't know exactly what's about to happen, but I do know that I'm about to completely transform my work, and that I love tarot. I will always be a tarot reader, but that I just think that there's going to be a expansion of all of our gifts. And remember to be patient and loving and grateful to your spirit guides, to the angels that work with you, to those who have held a guiding light for you, to those who have been spiritual warriors with you. That's what this is. This is a spiritual war that we have all undertook, and something has just happened, something epic, something major, that those who were violating the light, those who were breaking people's consent, I just heard, and I'm seeing like little burn marks and like bruises, and I'm seeing like bed sheets. I don't know what that means. I'm seeing like a lot of like filthy energy, like dirty energy, and just know that like the spiritual community, and specifically the tarot community on YouTube, has been under attack. in a way that is going to be karmically balanced. I just heard trust you me. I don't really know what that means. And if you need to scream and holler, it's really healing in some ways, but try not to scream at other people unless they are absolutely breaking your boundaries. And remember that as a spiritual being, people are drawn to your energy in ways that sometimes are very harmful and dangerous. Again, I'm seeing like a white man with like greasy hair and like a like sleazy leather jacket on, and yeah. And then I'm seeing the devil, and then I'm seeing these chains breaking. I just heard chains of the slave owners. And then I just heard the word tech company. Some of you might be video gamers, I think is the expression, a gamer. Is that what it is? I'm too busy shifting consciousness and connecting with my ancestors and all my different lineages, because my bloodlines are very varied, and and I'm very magic, and I'm going to work out how to harness that magic a bit better, how to communicate about that magic a bit better, how to be this truly multidimensional curse breaker that I am. And obviously this is a story I'm telling because you're experiencing this too, if you're resonating with this. Yeah, just know that you have been under attack, and that you know, the wicked witch and the devil are dead. That's obviously a metaphor. Take it how it resonates, but it's over. The spell has been broken. The 100th monkey phenomenon has taken place in the collective consciousness, and we are about to see the new world, the golden age, the arc of enlightenment is what I just heard. That's really beautiful. I might use that in a book that I'm working on. And justice, compensation, justice, liberation, karma, and all of this has come about because you believed in love, and you believed in a higher timeline that the whole collective could shift into, even those who may not be showing up in ways that you want them to, or that is good for the collective or good for themselves. And then also remember, those beings may have actually been, or may currently still be, going through healing from violations of the oracle, is what I just heard. And yeah, a lot of you are starseeds. A lot of you are very empathic. A lot of you are very, very powerful, very magical beings. And you will continue to have people drawn to your light, but it's like there's been a game change. There's been a shift that's taken place. It's going to mean that we are all going to finally collectively be standing together in radical honesty. Again, I'm hearing like peace, love, unity, and harmony. And I have hope and I have faith in harmony and in peace and in love. And that is the very frequency and energy that has shifted this consciousness. So thank you for all the work you've done. Thank you for being who you are. And I will miss my collective. I love you all so much, even those who are in the dark still. And I pray for you, and I hope that you, I just heard Scorpio and Scorp. And now I'm seeing this like, oh, that's a weird image. I don't even need to like tap into that energy because I've been praying and slaying and it's done. I'm so proud of myself. I'm so fucking free. I'm so like we are so free. I am just speaking as collective at the moment, and specifically as the collective of those who were brave enough to shift their consciousness in the first place to a place that we can now share it with the rest of the collective, and we can teach other people how to tap into this higher timeline and this supreme, beautiful, higher consciousness. This true magic is what I just heard. Hey, I hope that makes sense. Yeah, I'm a bit sun-kissed and I've just been like had a really lovely day in the river. So make art, be who you want to be free, be wild, let that untamed part of you free, liberate yourself from the chains of yesterday, from the chains of our forefathers and foremothers and forebears, for the corruption, violation, harvesting, harboring, and cruel injustices that have taken place within the spiritual world. They are done and they are about to completely shift and change. There will be so much love, so much beauty, so many rainbows in your life to come. So yeah, check out The 100th Monkey. It's a really interesting study that took place. And so much energy. Oh, my heart is so expanded. Oh, my consciousness. Oh, and now my feet have finally landed. I can finally settle and allow my wings to expand, my angelic wings, my consciousness, my rainbow heart to speak loudly and sing and write and create and do more magic and pull more cards that are going to be coming through with a lot more clarity because I slay the fucking devil, yo. Love you. So much love from Codes of Harmony. Mwah.